like an older white lady. All right, we're good.
This is a good overview.
New Wave Industries designs and manufactures
Of the RO system. So basically just go to YouTube and Pure Clean.
We have internet issues.
Pure So. I was having that earlier on my phone.
Pure Clean spot-free rinse systems and pure water recovery systems. The knowledge of water quality and intelligent water management practices are essential ingredients to operating a profitable quality car wash. Since 1983, New Wave Industries practices environmental stewardship through innovative engineering technologies and delivers precision quality equipment and engineering support. This makes New Wave Industries very green. Your customers will be this happy every
Every
time.
time I see it in the vacuum area, all the time.
What are the Pure Clean spot-free rinse system features and how does it work? Patent-pending water stabilizer eliminates the need and ongoing expense of a water softener. Automatic membrane flush prolongs membrane life. Onboard TDS monitor provides incoming and product water quality. Low pressure shutoff safety feature. Automatic back flushing enhanced carbon filter. Minimal maintenance required. ETL listed. How does the Pure Clean system generate high-quality, spot-free rinse water? First, the incoming water travels into the carbon tank with chlorine attached. As it flows through the carbon medium, the chlorine detaches and attaches itself to the carbon media. Next, the water leaves the carbon media and goes through the inlet solenoid manifold, where it then proceeds to the pre-filter. Here, the water loses particles, dirt, and minerals that are larger than 5 microns and proceeds to the stabilizer bar. The stabilizer physically addresses water hardness without the use of a water softener or any of the expenses that come along with the softener, such as salt and upkeep. This process makes the Pure Clean spot-free rinse system both cost-effective and environmentally friendly. From there, the water runs to the pump, gets pressurized, and flows into the membranes. Drop 1 works its way through to the center of the membrane. Drop 1 is able to make it to the center of the membrane because it is shedding calcium and magnesium, while the other 2 drops are gaining calcium and magnesium. Drop 1 then proceeds out as product water through the flow meter and into the RO storage tank. Drop 1 then enters the pump and is pushed out to the car wash as rinse water. The remaining drops do not make it to the center of the membrane because they do not meet Pure Clean's high water quality standards. These drops are rejected out of the membrane and are sent to the reject manifold via the recirculation valves, which will determine whether the water is recirculated to attempt becoming spot-free water again or completely removed from the system. This process achieves an amazing 1-to-1 ratio. For every 1 gallon of spot-free water generated, 1 gallon of water is eliminated. High-quality water is essential to the wash experience, and thinking and being green is essential to our high-quality business.
So one thing they didn't cover there, your charcoal media is trapping the chlorine, which is why we back flush the charcoal media. The system typically comes programmed to back flush weekly. We like to back flush ours daily. On top of the carbon media tank is a small little display. Take that cover off, there's URL. Scan it, brings up the manual, changes, shows you how to reprogram it to daily, which we would recommend you do.
Okay.
So this is an R&D unit here that Tommy's is manufacturing. We used a different product than charcoal for the media at first. And my best description would be like a gold flake, I don't remember what it was called. We never got enough lift with our back flush, and then we got chlorine introduced. We weren't doing a chlorine test monthly. Didn't notice it, we killed those very expensive membranes. It's a very heavy duty commercial membrane. Now, this is the one thing, dialing in the system. So this video is here as a resource. I think it's page 1213 of your owner's operations manual on that system. That is very simple, 4 steps. But you've got 2 ball valves and 2 gate valves. So by messing with both of them, one is controlling the water going to the membranes and one is controlling the water going to the pump. But we want to maintain 180 pounds of membrane pressure and 130 of pump pressure, I think. Wait, can we write that down? It will tell us in the video here. But I don't have a machine here to show you how to do it, but it's with this video and the manual, it's very simple to do. I was just at that site in Ohio, they thought they needed new
Again,
membranes.
setting the machine. Start returning sources on with the power switch.
Has its own little PLC inside.
PLC will display that the pump is pre-primed. This will last for 30 seconds. At the same time, city water will start to flow through the system. Once the prime mode is finished, the pump will start and the system will begin its 4-minute flush. 2 minutes to flush bank 1 and 2 minutes to flush bank 2. Located in the manual, this chart will help you determine where to set the pressure and flow rates for your system. In this case, we will use a 10,000 gallon per day to show you how to set the system. After the flush cycle has completed, you may notice an increase on your pressure gauges and flow meters. At this point, my pump pressure is too low and the reject flow rates are too high. On the reject solenoid block, you have bank 1 with a reject ball valve and a gate valve for recirculation. You also have the same valves to the right, which correspond with bank 2. You can adjust your reject flow rates by adjusting the small ball valves. Increase your pump pressure by using the red or black handled gate valves. While closing the gate valves, the reject flow rates will rise. You may have to go back and forth between the reject valves and gate valves to properly set your pressure and flow rates.
That's pretty awesome.
Looking at the chart, I am trying to achieve 180 psi on my pump pressure and a reject flow rate of 4.2 gallons per minute total. Since there are 2 reject flow meters or banks, I will set each one to 2.1 gallons per minute. The 2 membrane gauges, tap pressure gauge, and product flow meter will adjust accordingly. Ideally, the 10,000 gallon per day system will produce 7 gallons per minute. As you can see, I have 180 psi on my pump pressure and 2.1 gallons per minute on each of the reject flow meters. At this point, the system is set properly.
Awesome.
We'll have this on your reclaim as well, setting the ozone. All the reclaim tanks. This is interesting. I don't know if you've seen this on the install. So the whole thing with the reclaim, back to this picture. But you're trying to slow the river down. That's why they're coming in high, then they're going back out through a T, slowing that flow of water so the sediment can fall out.
This video will cover reclaim water to allow you to better understand the operation, connections, and basic.
So this is just, they were all figured out, all in one goes.
High connections, electric.
So coming in tank one high, you're going out very low, then you're going out of high into a T. Now you go to horizontals. And then you're sucking out of this tank.
Triple connections and basic water flow will be presented to allow you to better understand the operation of reclaimed water.
I don't need to watch this one right now, but do they have one? Reverse osmosis, system startup, system
To begin setting the machine, start with turning the system on with the power switch. The PLC will display that the pump is pre-priming. This will last
Let's look at this one. This is the second one.
First osmosis spot treatments. Now I was looking at the third one down where it says sales, parts, and repair.
Yeah, but that's on an on tech.
Okay.
It's a different unit. Let's try this one. It might be the same.
New Wave Industries designs and manufactures pure clean, spot-free rinse systems and pure water recovery systems. The knowledge of water quality and intelligent water management practices are essential ingredients to operating a profitable quality car wash. Since 1983, New Wave Industries practices environmental stewardship through innovative engineering technologies and delivers precision quality equipment and engineering support. This makes New Wave Industries very green.
Can we just watch this video or no?
It's probably similar to it.
Pure Water delivers results and dramatically reduces water and sewer costs while maintaining high-quality wash standards. What are the Pure Water benefits and how does Pure Water work? Small footprint, requires less space. Programmable logic controller, onboard software controls system functions. Variable frequency drive provides the system the ability to operate at a lower energy saving speed for day-to-day washing and ramp up to allow the operator to meet the peak demand wash days. Succession technology cyclones, physical treatment process producing high-quality 5-micron wash water eliminates the antiquated costly bag or disposable filters. ETL listed. Pure water recovery systems are designed specifically to meet the targeted wash sites, such as touch-free and friction in-bay automatics, full-service exterior tunnels, or any combination. How does this work? the dirty wash water falls down the drain, it enters the tank holding system. Water that is oily, dirty, and full of solids falls from the drain in the car wash into the holding tank. As the water progresses in the holding tanks, the oil rises to the top of the tank and some of the solids drop to the bottom. The water now enters the pure water system at the pump. Water is pushed into the cyclonic separator. The balance of the water solids spin down the separator and out the underflow line. Clean water goes to the recirculation line where it is joined by an ozone. From here, the clean water returns to the holding tank through the recirculation line. When a car wash occurs, the water is sent through the clogged water line and out to the wash. High-quality water is essential to the wash experience, and thinking and being green is essential to our high-quality business.
So, going to next, the reclaim. Again, without having the unit here. They have got one of the very best manuals. They honestly do. And I have felt they've got a really good support line for the times that we've called them. But cleaning the basket straight or weekly, we're doing it daily at Rivertown. Eductor. Down the line here, and that's what's putting the ozone into the fresh water. That can become plugged. It's pretty simple. I mean, I went right through our manual when I set ours up. Step 1, step 2, open up this gauge here, have this. Be very, very simple. So, Pure Clean, RO, we talked about all the monthly, checking the chlorine levels, changing the carbon every 12 to 18 months. Very simple to do. It really is. So you got your carbon tank, it'll be a 1252 typically, depending on what size system you have. Like 1252, I need carbon media for a 1252. You can order it directly through us, you can get it from your local supply store. 1252 is the dimensions. It's a 12-inch diameter, 52 tall.
Oh, okay.
And you pull the head out, pull it out. You've got that plastic PVC pipe going all the way through. You dump the contents out, remove the pipe, clean it up, and then you're going to put the pipe back in, put tape over it. You're going to add. It will tell you how many inches of pea gravel to add. They'll tell you how many pounds or whatever. Then how many pounds of charcoal, add it back in, reconnect it to the head. Pretty simple. What we did is we emptied it right into the car wash pit because it's like aquarium. Gravel is very fine. And sort of let the moisture stick in the 5 gallon.
How heavy are those suckers?
Oh, you can wheel them, but they're heavy.
Okay.
Because there's water in there. So
I didn't know if they had this awesome system for replacing the water with air or something.
no.
To make it easy. And you guys are swapping those how often?
12 to 18 months on the carbon medium.
It's almost
very
at the very
last.
bottom. Oh, I got it.
Yep.
I see it now. I was like looking up here. I'm like, I'm not freaking seeing it. I love these time estimates you put in here. That's fantastic.
Or estimates.
Well, I know, but probably the first time they'll take a bit longer, but see you guys upped your prices, your base prices as well.
Here we did. And
Obviously not Muskegon, I understand
here in
that.
Northtown and Southtown we did. Easttown, the one that we were gonna shut down when we opened this
Yeah.
one, we left at 6.
Okay.
And
Is that still
Muskegon
doing numbers?
is still pushing 60,000 cars a year.
Well, that's a little bit of a decline from a couple years ago.
It was 113, I think, the calendar year before we opened this one. So.
But you're not planning to deploy those prices to Rivertown?
No, that's following the franchise pricing. Here is the chlorine tester.
You're over there, John.
Food.
Yeah.
Noise.
Yeah.
Good and bad. There's my daughter with a nice fish in Florida.
I'm just gonna take a smoke break and just leave this up. Like, it'll be fine.
So, this is the chlorine tester that we are using. And
Is it a pool tester? Is that what it's made for?
I don't know.
Okay.
Rick and Michael ordered it online,
Gotcha.
and I can look for the part number of it. But basically, so underneath, you got your pre-filter on that RO system. Then you're coming through that stabilizer bar. Right at the bottom of that, there's a little valve. So it rinse out both your vials, fill them up to the line if it's a 10 millimeter mark. One you add the powder to, one you don't. And you basically take the one vial, you hit the button first, then you put the vial on, then you hit it, the button, then you take it out, then you put this one in, you hit it, it should be zeros. If it's not zeros, even if you got 0.01 of chlorine present, you've got an issue. So. So yeah, it's a Hannah 3 chlorine checker.
I wondered if it was from the Hannah, as in like,
Yeah, the car
I
wash,
was like,
no.
man. Well, I mean, you never know.
Right.
It's a very incestuous family of businesses.
I remember back in the day, Tom was just Hannah was like God to Tom. That was something like 5 hours a night or less. And that was amazing during this era. It really was. All right, we're gonna go downstairs.
Okay.
We're gonna look at good glide plates. Jeremy sent me a picture of one, but really doesn't look just see how thick the front edge is,
Yeah.
to how thick it is there. It's really starting to thin out there. No, it's just for the metal, but it's not real clear. So I did ask him for a clearer one. We'll see if he gets back to me on it. But I can show you the new glide plates. I recommend you wear leather gloves when you're handling them. If you have any slices. And then we're going to look at the check valves. So we talked about this while you were out.
Okay.
Check valves on the front pre-soak arch.
Okay.
So we have one on each lance for the windshield.
Okay.
We have one on each side nozzle for the bumper spring.
Okay.
Went to our website, there's a 3-pound crack pressure and a 4-pound crack pressure.
Okay.
I think there's a 7-pound as well. You determine which one it is by the color of the screw at the top.
Okay.
So you want to make sure they're all reds or they're all oranges.
Got it.
It is just spring loaded in the cap, holding a diaphragm down. Get the water pressure, opens up. The reason we have them on certain applications, especially the front pre-soak, is when that output shuts off, we want to maintain all of that chemistry in the line because it's on for a second, off. So if one starts going bad, like I was telling Mike, it's going to weep.
Got it.
Now it's draining out.
Yep.
Now it turns on, it's like, it barely spits on the car. It's trying to fill the whole arch again. Then we're gonna have you guys, so we're gonna look at that, and I'm gonna show the check valve for the bumper blaster. Because we got that line going up to the ladder rack for the front pre-soak. Now we got that bumper blaster mat in there, the bug mat.
Yep.
That's going underneath, so we check it there right away. And then we check it again at the mat itself, so that that doesn't drain out every time.
Got it.
So it's a double check on that. And I think that's now standard, but I don't know for sure on that mat. Alright, so we'll go look at that, and then I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm going for smoke. You guys count all the grease fittings you think are in the building.